Good morning, Facebook family. I'm sitting here outside the dentist office, and I was thinking about maintenance and things we do to take care of our bodies, and the things we do intentionally to prevent, and the things we do to maintain and keep our systems running. And I actually had broken a tooth, and so I had to get a crown put on. And it took some time and effort. And my dentist had been telling me about this tooth probably at some point going to need some repair or something. So it was already showing signs of fragileness. And I deferred the maintenance until, of course, something happened. And so here I am now getting my tooth repaired. And that was good. And it's all done. And I got a new tooth. But it brought me into thinking about our car. When the check engine light goes on, we usually go do something about it. We don't typically defer the maintenance until it doesn't run anymore. But yet, for some reason, when we're in our body and the signs our body is telling us something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong, we tend to ignore it. And I'm going to tell you this. I was doing some client support check-ins yesterday, and one of my clients asked me how I was doing. And I said, well, actually, I'm here lying on the floor. I got some pain in my neck, and I'm just working out the kink, and the light bulb came on. I have inflammation in my neck, and when I'm not taking good care of my body, the pain in my neck is there. And it's the inflammation. And it was like, ta-da! And I was telling her, yeah, the day before, I had gone out with my trail runner group, and it was Lana's birthday, and we had a lot of goodies at the table, and there was apple crisp, and there were some apple bars. And, of course, I don't make apple crisp anymore, only because I know a single serving size is whatever size pan I make. And I'm trying really hard to have some discipline, and so I can have a slice or a piece on occasion, and I feel like that's the win. And so I had a slice, and I put the whipped cream, and I enjoyed it. And then I looked over in the corner of my eye, and I'm like, well, I didn't have her apple pie bar. So, of course, I take a slice of that. Put whipped cream on that. And I remember feeling it that evening before I even got in the car. I'm like, oh my God, I'm shaky. The sugars in my body, my teeth hurt. I'm like, yeah, it was really good, but I recognized it in the moment. And then I was shoving other carbs at me, the salty stuff, to take away the sugar. And I overloaded my body. I overloaded my system on carbs. And it's something I don't do every day now. So yesterday, I was actually feeling the symptoms in my body. And I'm learning to recognize the symptoms. The inflammation in your body is a sign that your system is off and that you need to do something. And before I started my journey, I had that pain in my back and I had the pain in my feet. It was all the time. And I thought it was for making the beds at the motel, because that's what I was doing, and on my feet all day long from morning till night, because I was working at the motel. I would run from the motel to my job at St. Michael's, and then I would run from that job to my job at Penny's, and I was on my feet all day long. And so I always used to blame all that pain on aging and the fact that I was doing these crazy things and on my body and using my body all the time. And I actually learned that it had nothing to do with all those things. That when I am taking good care of my system, my body, and I'm not waiting to defer the maintenance, I actually feel good all the time. And I have energy, and I don't have the pain. And so today I don't have the pain in my back and my neck. But it was just interesting because the aha moments 7 years later in my health are still showing up for me. I'm still learning about what things are happening in my body. And Dr. Anderson, the co-founder of our program, he talks a lot about you got to be checking yourself before you wreck yourself. And so the self-checking, checking to make sure that your system, your body is running properly. So I do things like that. I check in with myself, like how's my sleep? How's my water intake? What am I putting in my body? And so when I start to feel my systems are off, I start doing the things in my head. And last night I actually made myself go to bed early to help my systems, because I know getting good healthy sleep helps calm that stuff. It helps calm my mind. It helps me think more clearly. Getting my water in helps flush all that stuff through the system so that I am feeling better. And I don't know. I'm going to be talking about that a lot lately, about how I've been learning how checking yourself and checking your systems, instead of waiting until everything's kittywampus and you're in a lot of pain and then you're defer maintenance. We wouldn't do that with our car. We wouldn't do that with our home. We don't do that with our computers. We take care of the things. But when it comes to our physical body, for some reason, we're so busy that we put it on the back burner until it's a problem. And I'm learning that the time to take care of the problem is when you start to notice the symptoms, because the symptoms are a sign or your signal, the check engine light going on. Do you have symptoms? Are you noticing your check engine light's been yelling at you for a long time? Or are you one of those people that waits till it falls apart and then you're repairing the damage? Done. That was me 7 years ago. On the path, people. I'm on the path. Who's coming with me? Who wants to get on the path and create a healthier life for yourself? Body, mind, spirit, soul, finances, all areas of our life we work on improving our health. Want to join the party?